Good. What up? What up? What up? What's going on? It's your boy, your host, Mr. Lonzo Starr, CEO and founder of Konkret Comics, writer creator of the legendary Akolyte, and we are here today with the very first episode of Konkret Approved, Season 1. And y'all know I had to bring the squad here, founding members, some of the most talented dudes in the comic book industry. Let's do it, y'all. Mr. Rouse, Mr. Lessey, how y'all feeling?
What's up?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Hey, listen, man, it had to be done this way. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't have been done no other way because this is the origin story. You know what I mean? This is it right here. And I want to give the chance. I want the people to get a chance to really hear, how we met. You know what I'm saying? How we met, how we dropped the big three that we're known for in the comic book industry. We made a big three without trying to make a big three. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of fire how that kind of happened. But before we get into those Jones, we're gonna dive into who you guys are. So feel free to introduce yourselves. Let's start with you, Mr. Rouse.
Why you gotta start with me?
You're at the top right, bro.
Fine.
Right.
My name is Onaji Rouse, and I'm the creator of Odina, Sister Circle X, and the award-winning Kandaki, and now the live-action Drafted Origins, which was just premiered at Black Film Festival Atlanta, October 29th, this past Sunday. So, yes.
My man talking heavy. That's what you got to follow up, Mr. Lessey. You know what I'm saying?
I got to follow up. Well, my name is Jermael Lessey. I'm the writer and creator of the Brothers Square.
All right. Brothers Square. Talk to him nice.
My name is Jermael Lessey. I'm the writer and creator of Absolver, writer and creator of Ads, and that's all I got. I can't keep up with Onaji right about now, but that's who I am.
We got a project we're working on together.
The greatest spiritual character hero of Konkret Comics, Absolver. I don't need no accolade. I don't need
talk heavy, man.
I'm gonna call him legendary. I'm gonna call him the baddest. Absolver. Rate the vengeance, baby.
That's talk heavy, man. There it is with the red cup. Yeah. I don't know what's in the cup though, but you know what I'm saying? Sheesh.
So Lonzo, why don't you introduce yourself?
So I'm Lonzo Starr. I write this little book called Akolyte. I mean, it may have won an award or not. You know what I'm saying? CEO, founder of Konkret Comics, writer of the brand new Zoriel that just hit the Patreon streets. Shout out to the people that's been loving that book. And yeah, man, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We here. So basically, I want to jump into the very first question, man. You get this thing rocking. Hold on one second. Hey, listen, man. I understand, bro. It ain't nothing but real life right there. You know what I'm saying? that ain't nothing but real life. So we're gonna jump right into this, man. Mr. Lessey, if you want to jump into the question first, let's do it. So let's talk about it, man. What is your origin story, bro? How did you become? How did you get into this field that we're in right now?
Say that again. My bad.
Oh no, it's all good. So the question is, what is your origin story?
Like how far back are we taking it?
This is just a base level question. Just a quick little recap of I woke up and boom, I wanted to be this boy.
It just felt like, I was growing up, I was heavy into soccer. And then, one day after just when I learned how to draw without tracing, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. And so prior to all of that, I've always been into comics and superheroes. So this is just something I always wanted to do: tell stories, write comics, create comics. The goal, like everybody else, was to work for Marvel and DC. So we're here. That's basically, if we're keeping it basic, that's the origin. My mind's always been crazy, always been creative, always live inside my head. So this is just something that's meant to be for me, honestly. So
That sounds
that's
fine.
it.
How old would you say you realized this?
It was this sixth grade, the end of the sixth grade, going to the seventh grade. That summer, I taught myself how to draw. And in when I went to seventh grade, I ended up in honors art. That's how dedicated I was that summer to just learning the craft, and drawing superheroes and all of that. So that's just something I wanted to do. I wanted to be in a space where I can do what I'm good at and what I enjoyed, which was drawing and just creating characters and stories. So that's after sixth grade going to seventh grade, that's what it was for me. I like the first hero I drew without tracing was Superman. It was crazy. And
what? Superman? All the slander that you give the big bull?
Wow. I don't give no slander to Superman. Let's not go there, bro. We got to keep this one. We got to keep this one professional.
Is this what we're doing? No. We are keeping it professional. But I'm gonna jump back to you. Same question to you, Mr. Rouse. What's your origin story, man? How did you become this guy that we know of today?
Pretty simple. Started reading comics when I was a teenager, middle school. I started drawing early on. One of the actual first contests I entered, I just remember this, was in middle school. I drew a contest of Gamora and entered in an art class. This is before the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is when she was with Adam Warlock and Infinity Watch, old school type stuff. So, but other than that, I've always in comics. I was like, eventually, I think until I got older, I was like, I'm gonna try to get into it. I'm gonna try to create my own book and not wait on someone else to hire me to do a job. So here I am.
Do you remember the first comic book that you saw and the first comic book that you read, and fully understand it?
Yes. First comic book I saw was I want to say it was Power Man, but the first book I actually bought was Avengers: Galactic Storm. When there was a Kree and a Shi'ar battle, and I actually read that one, and that's when I was first introduced to the Avengers.
Right. No, that sounds fire. I want to ask you the same question, Lessey. You remember the first book that you saw, and then the first book that you comprehended?
My father collected comics, and he used to get his comics, but the first run that actually got me into comics, I could just remember, because I know prior to this one, I was reading comics. I didn't grasp onto it. It was the death of Superman. That was the first time he died. So that whole run right there, it got me hooked into comics, really and truly. Because it's one thing to grew up watching the Christopher Reeve Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman and the RoboCops and all of that and the Rocketeer, but once that death of Superman hit, that was something crazy to me. So so it was Superman, the death of Superman, that really got me into that. And then it was that's like I said, and then during that sixth grade transitioning of me wanting to do this, that's when I picked up Spawn for the first time, and then it was over. Yeah, it was over.
I forgot to add X-Men to mine, because before the blue and gold team situation thing, I was, because Jim Lee was drawing it, and he's someone who I always admired his art style, so I always loved his art style, so I wanted to be draw like him. So
no, that's fire. I think
the origin story for Mr. Starr.
Well, the origin story for me, basically, I've always been as y'all know, I'm a movie buff, man. I watch, I grew up on the movies like crazy. So Pops had me watching Star Wars at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? And I was big on the Kung Fu, Bruce Lee, all the Kung Fu movies. I was real big on that, and all the action movies from the Van Dams to the you know what I'm saying, the Chuck Norrises, everything that was out there in that late 80s, early 90s era. And then I got into drawing as well when I at a real early age, man. I was actually a cartoonist, not necessarily like a comic book artist, but more like a cartoonist. When I would draw like all my friends in like these like weird cartoonist forms, and I got accepted into this the Moore College of Arts when I was in 6th grade, and that's when I realized that I had a little talent, and you know what I'm saying, doing the little art stuff. But in that meantime, I was always drawing like my favorite superheroes, but I would always draw them to look like me. So I was drawing like Wolverine having a Caesar, you know what I'm saying, a Caesar cut with a fresh lineup. Superman's looking like that, like Gambit, all of them. So I always kind of wanted to see myself in a comic book, and I guess 30 something years that actually happened. And
what was the first book you read, though? The comic book that you
the first book I saw was an Incredible Hulk book. My uncle bought it for me. We was at this beach in Maryland, actually. I know what you're gonna say, Onaji, but yeah, we was in in Maryland, and we was at the beach, and he just told me to pick out a book, and I saw this big old green husky dude on the cover. I said, "Man, that look interesting," and I picked it up. I don't remember reading it though at all. I just remember looking at the pictures. But the first one I actually read and comprehended was Death of Superman, and it broke me. I didn't read comics for a minute after that, John. Like I was done, because I knew about Superman. We just watched cartoons and stuff like that. But he was always such like a positive light that you would read. Like it was never nothing like grim. So when I read that, and I see him taking them punches to the gut, and you see the bones on Doomsday Knuckles. I'm just imagining like, what's this like? I think I was like 9 years old, and I was like, nah, I'm good for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't read comics for a minute after that. And then for some reason, my mom, she would I don't know if y'all remember when comics used to be sold in like the supermarket, and they used to be like right on the stand, right where you pay. So comics would be there, but for some reason there was nothing but Image there. So my mom was just bringing me home Spawn like all the time. And so I was reading a lot of Spawn and Evil Ernie, stuff like that, like just some random stuff. And so yeah, that's pretty much my origin, man, of getting into the comics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pretty interesting, man. I'm excited. I'm not surprised by Onaji's knowledge, because he's our resident X-Men genius. You know what I'm saying? And he knows a lot about just general Marvel knowledge. So, but I didn't expect Jermael to have read. Well, you know what? I'm not surprised by you reading Death of Superman either, because it had the word death in it. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
So having, you know what I'm saying?
I read Death of Superman. I just wasn't traumatized like you.
Bro broke my heart, bro.
I was like, the whole time the book, I'm gonna be honest with you, the whole time during the book, I was like, man, this dude is like putting paws on all of them, and I'm like,
he was tearing his ass up.
He put all of them up, like including the little Justice League they had at the time. Like
seeing my man lay it out on the ground like that, I was broken, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was 9 years old though. Okay, so
that means nothing. So
it means a lot, because I cried when Raphael got treated and was thrown in that little bathtub. I almost checked out seeing that joint in the movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing broke my heart more than seeing him pour water over him, man. Trying to get him back. But nah, that's fire, man. So we're gonna tap into this next question though, man. To dive deeper into you guys' origin, I would like to know who or what inspired you to take this journey. We can start with you, Mr. Rouse.
I inspired myself. I'm just joking. No, honestly, are we talking about comic books or overall path?
Just overall, this path into who you are right now, like to be a creator, to be a self independent publisher? Like what led you to being this person?
Yeah. So in comics, I'm going to be honest with you. Jim Lee inspired me to do comics because I've always been a fan of his, and even like Wildstorm and Image around the time when they really left off and did their thing. Like I was really big fans of their stuff. But also overall, I would say Issa Rae, because for her to go from awkward black girl on YouTube to being like the mogul that she is now, with everything from producing her shows and producing other shows, and also like her whole business thing overall, business savvy overall. So and I mean, even though like people give him crap about his movies, but Tyler Perry is another person who kind of he's went against the norm of doing his own thing. So there's a bunch of creators, especially creators, black creators, but those two in particular come to my mind when it comes to like overall like trajectory.
How about like non-creators, like people that aren't in the business that just believe in you? You know what I'm saying?
Non-creators,
like non-creators, just people like. Did you have like a strong family that was like really supportive of you, like at a young age, like knowing that you were trying to be this, or?
So, come on. People knew I was creative, but I mean, they're how can I put this? People are supportive, but people don't know the journey that goes into all this. So I could sit here and be like, no one support me. They always picked on me. No, they support it in the best way they can. People do what they can.
Right.
But for the overall trajectory of things, you have to like kind of like encourage yourself. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, you have people who support your friends and family, but in the end of the day, like you got an objective. You gotta be able to encourage yourself because it's a dog world, baby.
You ain't never lied on that, man. You know what I'm saying? What you think some of the people from your past would think of you right now, seeing everything that you've done, like the people that may have known you from junior high school type era, like would they have known that you were going to be this?
Yeah, they did. Like growing up, I actually grew up around predominantly black kids, and they knew I was like a comic book type guy, like into mythology and stuff like that. So I never experienced what some of these other people. I was about to say something. So we're like, I was because I was a blurred. That was never me. They knew that was like I just into mythology or not just into comics, but they ain't never like picked on me anything.
Is there so there's nobody that you would pull up at the high school reunion to and just stun on? Like, yeah, I'm you know what I mean? What's up, y'all? Award-winning Rouse. You feel me?
I mean, I'll just do that overall. I mean
I think that.
I'm about to say, look, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I might have a fur coat on just to be
fur coat on and
oh my god, you extra for no reason, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, fur,
right?
Full fur.
Same question to you, Mr. Lessey. Like, who or what inspired you to take this journey?
So like I said, my goal was to always do this. At first it was I'm going to get into Marvel. I'm going to draw for Marvel and DC. Then as you get older, a lot of things happen in life. Sidetracked. I went into spoken word poetry and all of that. So, and I was pretty successful in spoken word. But then I ended up moving to this area, and I met this guy who lived right behind me, and he was a dope artist. So he pushed me to better my skills as well. So then I started thinking about, let's just do a comic book together. And we were supposed to. He was creating comic books. He had a video game and everything. So that right there was my push. That's the reason why I got into coloring and all of that. So really and truly, that was my segue right there. That was my push. That whole situation of shit, let's create our own book. But there was constant procrastinating and excuses on both ends. If I'm being honest, mostly on his side. I don't care if he sees it, so here it is. I don't, it's like there was a shit ton of procrastinating going on. But everybody knows me. Once I start, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out a way, and so that led to this. right here.
Oh, same question that Lonzo asked me. The support. How was that for you? How has that been for you?
Just like you, people are going to support the best way they can. You know, we have expectations for our family and our friends are close to us, but you know, some people close to me, they see it as a, not that they see it as a hobby, they react or act as if it's just a hobby for me. I don't think they understand how real this is. Like, oh, you going to another con? Like, yeah. Oh, I gotta be careful. Yeah, I'm going to another con. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I shouldn't. You know, sometimes you feel like you should have to tell people to share your things, but at the same time, you know, this ain't their. This is not their dream. It's not their goal. It's not their ambition. So, the expectations is different. So, but that doesn't take away the fact that I love their support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think how you answer that is perfect. You know, people are going to support the best way they can, you know. And if I was to stun on anybody, it would be that same person. Because he accused me of stealing ideas and characters and stuff. I was like, what? That only came about once, you know, when I met Onaji and Powerverse. Once that happened, it was... Because, you know, as you get older, you learn to listen to people. So his conversations was always, yo, Jay, once I get on, I'm going to get you on. Yo, Jay, once I get on, I'm going to get you on. Yeah, okay, cool. But once I made a path, I'm like, hey, yo, bro, I'm in a situation. You want to get on? That's when shit got flipped. And I was like, oh, you one of those. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm with Onaji right there. Let me put on my fur coat and I'm going to go knock on his door like... Nope.
Lonzo's gonna be right with us. I don't know why he's fronting. He gonna have.
For sure, man. Hey, listen. If it's anything, how I am on GTA, which Mr. Lessey can tell you, I'm gonna pull up stunting for sure. For sure. It's gonna be real disrespectful too.
I'm gonna tell you right now, real talk. And after I answer this, same question to you, Lonzo. I'm getting me some grills. Like, I'm for real.
You getting you some what?
Grills. Like, I'm getting me.
Bro, I want some grills so bad, bro.
They're gonna be diamond studded with it.
Exactly.
Hey, only to take pictures. I'm not a fan of them, but just to say I have them, bro. Like, yeah.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I always wanted like mad rings. Like I wanted some crazy, some real gaudy stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to be sitting in fashion, New York Fashion Week beside Erykah Badu.
Beside Erykah with it.
But what about you, Lonzo?
As far as who inspired me?
Yeah.
My pop definitely inspired me. My pop and my brother. Like growing up, I was real private with my nerdism because nobody really talked about it where I was from. It was all about sports. Like that's all everybody did, like sports and video games. Yeah, so I had a couple friends I knew that was like heavy into wrestling, or these dudes heavy into trading cards and stuff like that. And these were my sports friends. So like no one was really like in the comics like that. So that's always something I was like private with. Like I would go to the comic shop by myself. I would just be reading stuff or watching cartoons. But my pop, he would watch a lot of cartoons with me. And my brother, you know, he's a huge Transformers, Ninja Turtle, Voltron, you know, guy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my nerdism came from just, you know, a hybrid of them two. And growing up, my mom's brother, he was one of my coolest uncles. I remember he had all the Ninja Turtles weapons, like the real weapons. He had them on his wall. He never told my mom he let us play with them, but he had the sides, he had the swords, he had everything. So you know what I mean? I had a lot of the nerds I knew were like in my immediate family.
Yeah.
Outside the house, I never showed that side of me. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older. It wasn't until I started doing this that I realized like some of my best friends were extreme nerds. I didn't know Naeem was an extreme nerd until I started doing this, and we've been rocking for years.
Yeah.
Since I started, you know, doing this thing, man, this nigga started just spitting knowledge on all kinds of stuff. And I was like, yo, I didn't know that she was about that life, man. And that's that's funny how that works. But yeah, man, I was always mad private with my nerdism, so I never really got ridiculed and nothing like that because a lot of people didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was definitely inspired by that. And just Stan Lee was kind of inspiring too, like the way he would talk. He made you just feel like super excited to see what was going on in Spider-Man, or you know what I mean, what was going on in X-Men or whatever. Like just seeing him and hearing him talk and made me super excited to watch them Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So if it was anybody to stun on, man, it'd be people from like 2019. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. People from the birth of our inception, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got anybody from my past that got a stun on because I think I already did that. But you know what I'm saying? It got to be the people now. But I think our existence is already doing that. So you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah. I had to add something real quick. So also for inspiration, I forgot to add this, but my dad for entrepreneurship, because he owned his own radio station. Because like someone sent me a link to like the North Carolina broadcasting. They sent me like a clip, and basically like he owned his own radio station and he had his own newspaper.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah. So I completely forgot he did run the newspaper as well. Like he had those deadlines and stuff like that, and I completely, because I would work on the radio station, but I completely forgot about all that. So,
bro, and apparently the apple don't fall too far, man. Don't fall too far, dog. And R.I.P. your pops, man, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's definitely fire, man. I love hearing y'all journeys, man. I will say, what was one of the biggest challenges that y'all had pre creating y'all comic books? Like was there any moments in y'all lives where y'all almost like steered away from your love of comics and just nerdism?
I'll let Mr. Lessey answer that first.
I won't say I was getting ready to steer away, but like I said, around that time when we were starting up, prior to meeting you guys, there's like everybody was gatekeeping. So most of the indie comic publishers or people in our circle was either giving vague answers, didn't want to respond, wasn't really much of a help. So I'm glad you brought up those 2019 because all that was the toughest part. And the saddest part was it'd be your own people. It'd be your own people. I had to end up paying to be a part of Powerverse and getting in, and then from there is where I started to kind of learn and understand the industry and the ins and outs and how to do things like that. And with just that little bit of knowledge, I just took off running with it, and that's all it is. So that's why if anybody asks me how, when, what should we do, I'll tell you. I'll tell you the secrets. The only thing I don't tell them is anything that we talk about that we planning, but outside of where to start, how to start, I'm going to tell them. So, because I don't want nobody to feel discouraged. Not everybody may be as mentally strong as myself. I'm not here to get dreams. So, I would say that was that moment. That would be the only moment, for that.
Yeah, no.
So what about you, Lonzo? Let's leave Onaji for last.
What about me? Well, it's funny because I experienced most of my beginnings with you, Mr. Lessey, because from that 2017 to 2018 was the prep time. We released in 2019. That's when we came out, and you know what I mean, dropped our books. But I just remember, me and you was going to a lot of Comic Cons, researching, reconning, talking to people that didn't know who we were at the time. We was trying to get information. Got a lot of cold shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Especially from some brothers that look like us. That it's funny because what I'm saying, things happen full circle. But you know what I mean? It's like that. I wouldn't say it was a discouraging moment for me because you know, as me, it just makes my fire burn even more. You know what I'm saying? It makes me even more villainous for anybody that actually knows me. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a lot more hungry. So all that gatekeeping stuff, and you know, seeing, you know, when I met you, Jay, and what you were going through in your situation in the industry, it just encouraged me to go hard. You know what I'm saying? And then really be like, yo, F that. Like, you're gonna get to a stage. I think I remember clearly telling you this, like, yo, soon it's gonna be people reaching out to us to draw our stuff. I said, we're not gonna for nobody. I was like, yo, I'm soon we're gonna be firing people. And now look at it. See what I'm saying? We're really doing it.
Right.
Yeah, no, I clearly remember because I think it was some artist he was messing with was like he was taking his time, he was bullishing you or whatever, and I was like, yo, soon that's not even gonna be a problem. Ours finding the artist is gonna be like just you know what I mean, just tapping on the damn email.
Right.
In there, so yeah, no. I think that was probably the toughest moment, man. Just really learning the business because, like you said, people weren't trying to give up no information, man. People was definitely hoarding like the simplest stuff, like simple stuff, like how do you format a book? You know what I'm saying? Just ish. And it was kind of ridiculous, man. But I don't even want to talk no more about it because I can go on for a minute about about things that piss me off, man. So how you feeling, Rouse?
Yeah, so
oh
wow.
oh,
What was that for? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. You just got too much going on. You got too much accolades, long list. I think we should cut your time short, bro. God damn.
I was gonna keep up the time. I was just gonna say, like, you know, for me, it probably would have been different because in the beginning, as you said, you know, there's that period of when you was getting in PV and kind of getting pointed in the right direction, but there was still like that waiting period. So for me, it wasn't that time. It was more so as I got further along that kind of, you know, dealing with like, okay, so remember the post, some of the ways some of these people act. That's what I struggle with because I'm not an online type of person. I'm not an online person. I don't do the back and forth. I don't do the kissing up and the kissing ass. I'll show love, but I'm definitely not about to kiss ass. So that at one point I was just like, is this maybe it's me? Maybe I'm like not faking them. But at the same time, I was like, the hell with them. Like, it's more than one way to skin a cat. So if they don't want to be like courteous and like support Black indie creators like us, then so be it. There's more than one way to build a bridge. Trust and believe. So I'm a firm believer in you treat people the same way going up as you should like going down because it's gonna be different.
Yep. I mean, go ahead.
I was just say I think that they lucky that we wasn't all living in the same city. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd have been really crazy. It'd have been real crazy at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like the three of us. If we lived in the same city, the amount of moves we'd have been making, because everything we did, we was long distance. Because I wasn't even living in. I don't think I was living in Jersey at the time when I met you, Jay. I think I was still in PA. Then I moved to Jersey like soon after. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and even then we didn't link up till we went to like a con. It might have been J1 Con.
The Atlantic City one was the first one, I believe.
Yeah, J1 Con. So that's the first one we went to, and then we went to that one up in North Jersey. Secaucus joint. Yep. So yeah, but that's interesting. And then I think, when did I meet you, Onaji? Was that 2017 or was that 2018? I think it was like early 2018, right?
Yeah.
Wait. When did Jermael introduce you to Onaji?
Come on. Mr.
Lessey, origins here. Let the world know the truth behind the origin, bro. Like, stop rolling me. God dang. When did some credit?
All right, Mr. Lessey, when did you create that damn escape route like Harriet Tubman for Mr. Rouse to get out of that situation, man?
Yeah, when did you?
I don't know, bro. Everything happened like it was just a divine situation. I'm just chilling minding my own business, and Onaji hit me up. I forgot what he asked me. He asked me a question about something, and then we just started venting with our frustrations of where we was at and what was going on. And then from there we just had regular conversations. So I was like, at the same time I was talking to you and I was talking to him. And then, Lonzo and I, we went through our trials and tribulations of trying to get people on board.
No. You
listen. We're not talking about it. So, but during that time period, Lonzo had real trust issues. Like, bruh, he didn't want to talk or mess with nobody. So,
hey, listen, I changed a lot, Onaji. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I changed a whole lot, bro.
Hey, well, a lot of people don't understand is I created the Mr. Starr y'all know today. I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna have to get to talk to people, and you got to talk and converse. So it took a lot of him. So when he finally decided to, I talked to Onaji. Let's see what's up. Then y'all started talking. Onaji was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and and then all of a sudden y'all became the best friends and kicked me to the curb. I was like, God damn, bro, like. What did I do to deserve that? I bring y'all together, then y'all treat me like this, like, bro.
Wow.
So that's really what happened. It's I'm the glue that brought us together, and I'm the one that keeps us here, bro. Like, you feel me? I'm everybody want to wear this professional facade. I'm going to be the little bro and keep it 100 every time, bro. Like, but honestly, all jokes aside. That's just a beautiful representation of what we as a people can accomplish when we all decide, like, yo, let's just work with each other, help each other, and let's grow. Because you said 2017 and we launched in 2019. That's 3 years.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what we can accomplish. Like, it's funny, like after we dropped our second issue, some of those people that was gatekeeping, they wanted our books on their shelves in their websites. That was the funny part. And it's like, if the PV treated Onaji and I right, imagine what was going with what they would have had. There's and again, that's not no shot at the PV. I'm just saying, if things was done a little bit differently. And that's all it takes. Is just, and that's why I love what we have. I just finished in an interview, and I tell people, like, the beautiful thing about what we have is, I was going through a little situation, and I wasn't as involved as I should have been, but you guys and the brand helped me down. There wasn't no kicking nobody to the curb. It wasn't no disrespect. It was just pure understanding and all love. Obviously, personally, everybody got to do what they do for themselves, but we was here. So, and you don't get that a lot in our community. When I say community, I mean that as Black and brown people, and I also mean that in the indie community, because again, there was not a lot of love when we was promoting and sharing, and there was no love for Konkret, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Love, like zero love. And that's honestly, and that's the good thing about having a team, because Lonzo was the one that kept Onaji and I calm about it. Like, hey, yo, it is what it is, man. Let's just do what we got to do. If you had left me in charge, y'all burning everybody. But everything for the greater good. So again, it's just all about appreciation, man. Everything was meant to happen. Like, Onaji, I don't know what made Onaji hit me up that day. About everybody in the PV, he reached out to me. So
everything happened for a reason, bro. The PV served its purpose. It brought us. That's what it was, like a beacon in the indie community. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where, when I was looking for the answers, that was like the beacon that I was like, oh, so everybody's there. Okay, so let me start looking ahead, and I just started looking around. That's why I seen all these creators. I was like, damn, there's this many people out here doing this shit, and that really blew my mind. But it's funny that Jermael mentions that, man, because I think why I really was so. I was on my Dr. Doom-ish back then, man. I ain't want to mess with anybody, but it was because I was trying to protect my peace, like the inner. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you know what I mean. I was, especially when you're trying to build something, you gotta be like so protective over that build, because somebody could just come and just start be secretly knocking bricks out your wall. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody. I mean, and I trusted Jermael, so that's why I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Because he said, holler at this person, I said, okay. But if it was just somebody just randomly hit me up, it's side eye. You know what I'm saying? Strong ass side eye. But I think even the way me and Jermael met was through a message. He just hit me up just out of awesome love stuff. He was just asking me about Akolyte. He said, yo, who was this dude, man, with the hood on? And he asked me, was that my character? He asked me if I drew it as well. And I said, nah, hell no, I ain't draw that. But that's kind of how we just started talking. And it was just like, and that's when I saw what he had. And we just started just conversating, bro. That's it. It was literally just conversation. One of our first conversations wasn't even about Akolyte or Absolver. It was a story that Jermael had that he was working on. That was it was like a blend of some other things. I ain't gonna say what it is because I don't want none of y'all trying to steal that. But you know, it was a dope story. But we were just talking. We weren't even. It wasn't really like a plan. We were just literally just navigating the community. And he was just seeing what he was seeing. I was telling him what I was seeing, and we would just share ideas. Yo, I think maybe you should do this. Yo, I think maybe you should do that. Yo, I think maybe this might be dope. Boom, 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 boom. Then one day, I think you was having some issues in a situation, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to start this thing myself, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do my own thing. So what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And he said, F it, we out, and that was it. And from there, it was up. The mission was set, and we was on a mission to find that other piece to the puzzle, which happened to be Mr. Rouse.
And then Jermael was like, yo, about this dude, you gotta meet him. He dope. He a creator. He got it.
Hold on. We agreed that you wasn't going to say that. Said all of that stuff, bro.
But I definitely, shout out to PV. They definitely got us in the right direction. So it served its purpose. So
yeah, it did, bro.
I mean, I really wish the PV accomplished what it wanted and needed to accomplish. It was a great idea, great concept, and there's still room for it to be what it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say, like, there is no big secret. It's just unity, being on the same page, and if you got a mission, accomplish the mission together. Because like nobody's successful by themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody wins any battles or wars by themselves, and that is a real testament. There's no I in this whole situation. I didn't take a break. I was going through shit, but the family of Konkret allowed me to still be alive, and now I can catch myself. So I want to be the same beacon and have the same energy for any one of you guys, anybody on the brand, anybody on the team, even if you're not a part of Konkret. If you need help, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we're only here to return that favor. And the reason why it was so easy to join with Lonzo is because I wanted to create my own brand to help other people that wanted to be on and do their own thing as well. But once Lonzo, and then I was like, that's all Lonzo had to say. It didn't matter if he had a name, if he had no money. It didn't matter to me. It was like, all right, we on the same page. That means there won't be no conflict. If we disagree, the disagreement is because we both are aiming for the same goal.
Right.
We've had our disagreements, nothing crazy, but we've had our disagreements. And again, it was always for the betterment of the brand and for everybody else. So
for sure, and it's always love behind a disagreement. Like it's everybody. You have disagreements with family all the time, but at the end of the day, it's about who's getting the last damn piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, share that show. You know what I'm saying? Cut it up or something. But it ain't. It's never nothing like that because there's no room for that when there's a mission. There's a mission. At the end of the day, we could argue all we want. We still got to go take over that land over there. You know what I'm saying? So let's, we hash it out right now. We get over it and we go back to what we're doing, and that's trying to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And it'll never be nothing like that at all, man. It's funny because we kind of tapped on this inside of the banter that we just had, but I wanted to ask you guys about the Black indie comic scene, like when you truly discovered it. Like when did you when you got into the game? Because just a quick breakdown of me, I never knew there were like Black people just making comics like that. I only knew about Marvel and DC. I knew Spawn. I had no clue what Image was. I just knew Spawn. I was, you know what I mean? I wasn't really that invested into the business side of comics. I just knew I wanted to write one. You know what I'm saying? But when did you guys come across the Black indie comic scene? And what were some of the first titles that you saw?
And again, it's when I made my mind up to do this thing. So you saw the PV, Short Fuse, Evo Zone, and Greg. Those were the big ones I remember joining. But the PVs, they made me see like all the people, that was trying to do exactly what I was trying to do. So then you realize the goal was never Marvel or DC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You realize, shit, there's hundreds of other people trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. So how do I separate myself? Now it's about carving a name for myself. But if we're being specific about the Black indie scene, like I said, discovering it was not as nice as I thought it would have been, because like I said, most of those gatekeepers look just like me.
Yeah,
When we was trying to start, most of those people that was bashing and talking shit looked just like us. So, and I'm only seeing this candidly so people can understand, like, it's okay to take a look in the mirror and realize, like,
you may be a gatekeeper.
yeah. And you don't know. When we started, there was two publishing houses beefing. Bruh, if they had decided to stop beefing and work together, we used to talk about it all the time. If they decided to start beefing and work together, bro, Konkret would still be here, but it'll be a bigger climb, because that would have been a crazy powerhouse.
Yeah.
And it's a gift and a curse, because of that beef, it like cleared the smoke for like Konkret to like sneak through the weeds and like, okay, boom, we here now. So being a part of Konkret, I appreciate the beef, but being a young Black man, like, yo, bro, that was not necessary. Because if you think about all the cons we went to and all the young Black kids that approach us and, oh, you do this? How do you like? That's why you do it. That's why you do it. And so for me personally, when I first walked into the Black indie scene, it was not very welcoming. It wasn't at all. So
so question: how do you view it now?
How do I view it now? I don't, because I'm a part of it. I can only worry about what I represent. If those same trends and things was to happen today, it won't bother me at all, because my focus is whatever I need to accomplish for myself and whatever I have to accomplish for Konkret. And again, a lot of those people that treated us that way, they're either liking us now and want to work with us, and some of them you just don't see no more.
That's
And then that had nothing to do. And again, that had nothing to do with what we did. We didn't blackball nobody. We didn't target. We didn't go after. We never said, hey, you treated me like shit. Remember when I asked you this? And nah, you talk to me now, I'll talk to you. And again, that all falls under leadership. Because if it wasn't for Lonzo, I'd have been like, nah, nigga, leave me alone, bro. I don't even want to talk to you. But so I don't see it. I see an indie community, and we got goals that we're trying to accomplish. That's all I see. Everything else is irrelevant, and that's just the truth of the matter.
Same question to you, Mr. Rouse. When did you discover the Black comic scene, and what was your experience like?
Um, well, I kind of discovered it because it's a hidden community. So, but
Mhm.
thanks God to social media and technology, it's a little bit more out there now. But the first black comic was actually the Purge by Roosevelt.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, yeah, that was a good. I remember.
he
Yeah,
was from, he was from North Carolina, and I always saw him, and it was an artist who used to draw his stuff. So that was my first introduction to black indie comics. I didn't know it was going to be like a slew of others afterwards, which it probably wasn't until like later. But as it grows, with people knowing that black people like sci-fi, surprise. Um, but you said, how do I view it now, or
I guess how was your experience getting into it?
like Jermael said, you definitely got the gatekeeping, and but I don't look at it as like I don't know. I don't think too much on the people like because I said I don't do fake, so I take people as is. Once you show me who you are, that's it. Like I can be cordial, but I ain't breaking bread with you. Like I mean, but at the same time, I understand you might have had a bad experience,
Yeah,
so I totally understand. Just be yourself. Just know that you're dealing with another human being. I don't want nothing from you. If I ask you a question, just like
yeah,
maybe say you don't know. It's all right to say you don't know. But yeah, like my experience was more like, yeah, the people are not as welcoming because you're another black creator, but I don't hold them to that high standard of, well, they should be welcome because like, you never know
I
what
never
they
know what they was going through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's how I see it. Like,
I did that because I experienced situations
wait,
where
wait, 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 wait. Let us ask you the question, sir. So
well, hold on.
what about you, Lonzo? What
Well,
was
hold
your
on.
experience in the black indie community scene?
Well, hold on. I didn't answer how I see it now.
Oh shit!
yeah,
How do you see it now?
Now I see
yeah,
it now is I like Jermael said, I don't really see it like that. Like I see it as a community, but I'm too focused and tunnel vision on what I got to do. Now, like Jermael said, if you reach out to me and you got questions, I'm gonna answer. But lead with good intention. Like what are you really asking and what do you want? Because if you want
yeah,
knowledge, I got you. If you want someone to do the book for you or try
yeah,
to put you on, I can't help you with that because I'm still trying to put together my ship. I can't
yeah.
take my bricks and my ship and help build yours. So
Yeah, it does. It definitely does matter how they ask, because
yeah,
I'm sure we all get questions where we're in the position of gatekeepers right now, and so
yeah,
we can easily be gatekeepers. So somebody asks you something, how do I do something? We
yeah,
could just shut them off. So it depends on how they ask. Like if
yeah,
somebody just asks me, if somebody just hits the inbox, which they be on that IG inbox heavy. If somebody hit the inbox and just is like, "Yo, I got a book. I'm looking to publish it under you guys. What do I do?" I usually don't even read that because he not even approaching us with like, "Yo, I see what you guys are doing. You guys, you know what I mean? Y'all are doing dope. I'm a fan of y'all page. I just wanted to know like, how did you guys get started? If somebody
yeah,
came like that, oh, I'll tell you. Oh,
yeah,
bro, we did we did what we did. Blah blah blah. Let me know what you need. Oh, I also we do consulting over here. If you need something, let us know. Let us know what you're trying to do. We may be able to point you in the right direction. You
yeah.
know what
I
I'm
even
saying?
send artists your way to be like, reach out to them, see if they might like what you can negotiate.
It
Like
depends
if
on
you
how
got
they approach you.
yeah, like if you coming with like, how do I get started? Boom, let's do that. But don't come on like, I want to work with you.
I want to
Oh,
work with you guys.
hell
You
no.
guys
That
need
ends
me.
up doing most of the work. Nah, nigga, that ain't
You
happening.
put me on. We could do a lot of work out
Yeah.
here.
But
We could.
what is your Lonzo? What is your impression of the black indie scene? And what was the first?
So the first joint I saw was Dark Eagle. Naeem sent that joint to me. He just randomly sent me the animation. He had like animation, but it didn't have no sound. So I was on my theme song wave, trying to just do theme songs for a lot of stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, "Yo, this is kind of fire." I didn't know. I thought it may have been with the Big Two or something. I didn't know because I had no idea this was just a regular dude from Philly that made this. Because I
Yeah,
never seen nothing like that in my life. So yeah, Dark Eagle was probably the first drawing that I saw. Um, and that led me to like the search of trying to find more. You know what I'm saying? Getting on Facebook and just looking. I don't know how I came about looking for it on Facebook. You know why? Naeem had sent me the video on Facebook. So when he sent it to me and I searched Dark Eagle, it led me to all the groups he was in. And that's when I saw the PV. That's when I saw all these other Facebook groups that he was in. That's when I started discovering the indie scene. But I didn't discover the black indie scene, or not necessarily the black indie scene. I didn't know there were so many of us in there until I met you guys in the PV. Because I just saw people making comics. I didn't see like just there wasn't groups of just black creators like there is now. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that was interesting. Um, the way I view the way I view it in stages. I feel like we started at the birth of the Renaissance, and but luckily we were prepped to launch at the beginning of the Renaissance, which was 2019, 2020, right before COVID. That was the window right there, like to be like put something out and then go hard after that. And because we put out our books right at the beginning of the quarantine, and then we were already in gear for our next launch, we were so infused in the rush of people wanting content like ours that it pushed us above a lot of people that may have started in 2021 or 2022 because they missed the rush. And then now, business wise, we have a crazy head start than a lot of people because we got several books, we've done cons, we've done interviews. We interviewed with people that were small time podcasters then that are big time podcasters now. So we got those type of relationships with people that are in high spots. So it's just like I view it in stages. I view it in pre-COVID, COVID, and now where we at now. And as you can see, there's people coming out every day, but it's not the same rush that it was in COVID time. COVID time, niggas was grabbing everything. Yo, what's that? Oh, you write books? Oh, what's this? What's this? Niggas was reading everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Right now, people they like, nah, I like Godhood. Oh, yo, I like Advent. I like freestyle. I like concrete. Like people's eyes are locked in on the people that were building the community. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably more difficult for a new creator right now
Yeah.
um, than it was for us. So that's kind of how I look at it, man. And I think it's a blessing, man. The way we met was like it was divine timing. Literally, it was divine timing because if we would have dropped 2017, 2018, we were not ready at all. Our Jones would have been trash for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It took us redoing issues, redoing pages. It took us firing artists, getting new artists, and then literally getting no understanding we needed an editor. You know what I'm saying? It took us understanding before we actually dropped our books, and that I think that's why we are who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because it was no rush for us to put it out. We just wanted to be right and be high quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Totally understand. That was, like you said, divine timing, man. It's definitely divine timing.
Yeah, bro. I can't explain it no other way because it was like what I mean. When you look at those windows, we were we were designed for the COVID era. We were already heavily digitally based with how we promoted, how we marketed, how we did everything. 2020 was the year we were coming out to the Comic Cons. We were like, yo, we're gonna go to the Comic Cons this year, and that got shut down. So we was like, okay, fine. Let's just learn this e-commerce stuff. Let's get it rocking. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. And it just
Remember, everything happens for a reason because in our conception, we had to be able to mold and bend to whatever we needed to be to get by because nobody was giving us no handout. So it was meant to happen that way. It was meant to happen that way. So let me ask you guys this question: Why? And this question can be general or it can be specific to the indie space. Why do we feel the need to gatekeep or hold back. But why would somebody feel that need to do that? Because
Like,
obviously we all did not feel the need to. We made it here. We're not going to give you no answers. We're not going to help you. You know, I don't think it's because of what we've been through. I just feel like we're all decent people. You know, all you know what I'm saying. So what?
Not all people are decent. Let's go.
I'm talking about the three of us. When I say all three of us, we're decent. You know what I'm saying? Because we naturally would help. Lonzo naturally helped.
Yeah.
You naturally helped. We just helped each other. There was no, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was never no, all right, Lonzo, let's just me and you do this. Fuck everybody else. I was like, yo, I know somebody. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that we have that we're willing to give that we wasn't receiving? Why those people wasn't willing to give the same energy? Why are we like that?
I guess, subconsciously you can see a certain aura, you know what I'm saying? A color. I think we all had the same color aura at the moment. So when you approached me, there was no threatening signals. No energy was flaring. Stuff wasn't going haywire when you approached me. And the way you approached me was not of somebody looking to take from me. You was approaching, looking at somebody to learn and build with me. You know what I'm saying? So that played a major part in it. You know what I mean?
Once again, it's intention. When you came to me and Lonzo, your intention was not of trying to scam us or like do something like the shuck and jive or do something like stupid. Like, people are smarter than they look, and most of the time, even though we don't use our discernment all the time, sometimes that little red flag will go off on our head if something's off. So with most of us, the intention was never to, we're going to work together and we're going to blow up and we're going to ride each other's coattail. No, it was like, no, you got a product, I got a product, you got a hero. Like, let's build this universe together. Like, that's simple.
As simple as that.
Like, it wasn't like, let's go sell all these books. Let's go, blah, blah, blah. No, it was like, we got these cool characters, these cool black characters. Let's come together and be like some cool black characters all in one world, which is basically.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of, it's almost like it's almost like we were in like a space that was like a triangle, right? We were standing all in the middle, and we was like, yo, you secure that area, you get this area, I get this area, and then we'll be back in the middle after we done building. And that's kind of what we did. We went to our corners, built up, the little foundation where we was at, and then we came back like, yo, here goes Akolyte, here goes Odina, here goes Absolver. All right, now how can we push this together? And that was the whole process of how to I was so focused on how to be able to put our content out without anyone being above anyone. I was like, we gonna be even. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, I don't want to come out like, well, it's Konkret, so it got to be Akolyte first. Nah, hell nah. We all got different product that aims at a different person, so we can shoot at the same time and hit multiple targets rather than hitting one target. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I was viewing it. I was like, nah, bro, we rock it. And then Onaji in Atlanta, we over here. I've always thought about the takeover. You know what I'm saying? And the takeover was already predestined with how we were set up. So it just meshed perfectly, man. You know what I'm saying? And as you know, Mr. Lessey, we talked to several people before that, and it was a link that was missing, and that's why they had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely had a group of people that we was talking to, and everybody was thinking about themselves. There's a funny joke behind that story, but they were thinking about themselves. They was worrying about my character this, my character that, and Lonzo and I was like, yo, we just trying to do something great that we all can, but nobody was seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But that's that goes back to my question, because it's like, remember that picture we was debating about that other night when I sent it in the group chat?
Well, I kind of just said what I
Well,
said.
you know, we was talking about it. I was trying to school you guys, but that particular artist,
Mhm.
you see, his mindset was off. That's somebody I wanted to work with and bring on the team. You know, but once he said, you know, my goal is to do this and that third, I want to shoot to be a part of, you know, the others. I'm not going to be specific. I don't want nobody to know who I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I already knew. And then just by how that message was sent to me, I already knew what you was thinking and how you was feeling. So here I am on some collab, let's grow, da 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 da. Here you are on some knock me down tip.
Yeah.
So the approach, our approach and how we view everything is, I believe it's our issue and is our problem as a people. Like we don't believe in each other. We don't see the benefit of utilizing each other and working with each other. And this is why things like this happened. You know, we've created more enemies during our growth. And now that we establish ourselves, it's, are you still our enemies? Are you our friends now? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be cordial. We're definitely going to be respectful, but you had your opportunity to get that trust from us, you know, and that's why I feel like I don't understand why we always do these things to ourselves as a people. You know, when I approached Lonzo, it was just straight love. That character was dope. Onaji was the only person in Powerverse that hollered at me. That's dope. You know, I don't know, man. I just feel like we could accomplish great things if we just kept that energy off of us. I just don't know why it plagues us so heavy. That's
Well,
all.
we proved already, you know, is it don't you'll never get everybody. It's usually a small group of people that create the change, and then that motivate other pockets of groups of people. But it's very rare that you'll get a whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole conglomerate to just rock out together. Like you would have to be the beacon if for those people to come to you, and then you weed out the bad apples. But that's like, you know, the way we did it was perfect. We didn't try to go 20 deep from the rip. You know what I'm saying? We was 3 deep for a while. You know what I'm saying? For a while before the expansion started happening, and even the expansion is very selective. Is extremely selective. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, and it takes about a year for you to get in. Once the introduction happens, you may not be introduced for like a year. You know what I mean? Before we know, before y'all feel like you add value. You know what I'm saying? But no, I dig what you're saying. I definitely dig what you're saying. But like Onaji said, it's all about that intent, how people approach. You know what I mean? Because we work with a lot of people that aren't in concrete, and it's because of their intent. You know how they are, how they operate. You know what they stand for. Shout out to Midnight Comics, Lloyd and his wife. They're not a part of concrete, but we treat them like family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever else out there that we really rock with and we share knowledge with as well. We build each other up even because there's no competition. You know what I mean? And I think that's where it got to start. People so afraid of somebody outshining them that they start blackballing or gatekeeping because they're like, nah, this person too dope. If they get up, then how am I gonna how am I gonna shine? Maybe you should learn from that person. Be like, yo, how you doing this, bro? How do you market yourself? Because I'm trying to get better at that. And then some people just got to be realistic with themselves. Maybe your content needs some work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Maybe your content's not hitting like you thought it was, or you don't know your target audience. So it's so many levels to being quote unquote successful. You know what I mean? People view us as very successful. We view ourselves as nowhere near where we want to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's all about perspective, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's all about perspective. And I think that's what we saw a lot in our early stages was people knew we had something that was threatening, and they were just like, nah, because they probably saw our strength before we saw it. You know what I'm saying? They probably saw like, no, who these dudes are kind of moving, kind of crazy. Um, they don't know what they got yet, and I'm not gonna show them what they could be. You know what I mean? We just our relentlessness, helped us just to get there, regardless.
You know what? I never looked at it like that because it always baffled me. Like when we was about to launch, like everybody was moving their dates. Like I
No, you
didn't
was,
even realize who we was at the time. I'm like, why? Like,
yeah,
but
like moving them dates back, man, for sure.
man, listen, if you can't beat them, join them. Like I'd have been like, hey yo, what it take me to be a part of that, bro? Like, and I'm not even saying that I'm nothing biased. It's just that if you're in business, you got to make smart business moves, and sometimes kicking that pride out the door is everything, and that goes back to those two publishing houses that were beefing. Like, yo, bro, if only y'all realize what you have right now, dog. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I forgot about the moving dates thing. I forgot about that, but that was a real thing, dog. There was a couple heavy hitters that was like, yo, I'm gonna just do next week. So, all right. I mean, we sitting there like, yo, we nervous as hell about this first Kickstarter. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we had each other, so we weren't really, I mean, a lot of people that do Kickstarters are literally like by themselves, man, with no kind of support system, no circle, a bunch of gatekeepers. So when somebody asked me about a Kickstarter, and I'd be like, yo, man, if you want me to look at it, bro, I'll look at you, John. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand. You remember, both y'all remember night one, man. Night one was a fucking torture. You know what I'm saying?
shit.
Night one was torturous, bro. It was like tormenting from like just every type of insecurity you had came out that moment. Like, yo, people don't like it. People don't like it. People don't. It was saying, and it just took us being around each other, having ourselves to talk to, not worrying about what the outside people thinking, and just relying on our marketing and stuff that we was doing like crazy to really help us out. And the other good thing is that our content was actually good. People walked away loving Odina. People loved Absolver. People loved Akolyte. So not only was our talk big, we was actually stepping on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what helped us out a lot, and a lot of people got to consider that part of it, man. Like, people aren't just gonna like your book because you said like you created it and that you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot more than just being black for people to want to believe in your product. You know what I'm saying? Is it dope at the same time?
Right. I'm gonna end on this though. They hated that Marvel Avengers marketing we did though. They hated that shit, bro. Yo.
They was like, who the hell? How dare you? How dare you have Odina with Captain Marvel? How dare you have Absolver punching Thanos? Who is he? Like, bro, first of all, are we talking about feats here? Or like what's going on? like are we just like, I didn't know that names couldn't be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh.
Hey, it was fun, man. It was fun. But I like I said, man, I like it. I love it.
Nah, man. So we kind of answered a lot. I'm gonna save. So I got a question, but I'm gonna save that one for y'all individual Jones where we really dive into y'all comics. But I do want to tap in real quick to give a quick John. Onaji, tell them about what you created, man. You know what I'm saying? What books have you created since this journey started, man?
Bro, we about to be here for another hour if you let Onaji do that.
Oh man.
Well, within this time span, since Jermael wants to say I'm gonna take up most space, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So, other than Odina's issues 1 through 4, issues 4, like I'm at issue 4. Let's go, but actually I got 5 and 6 on deck. So let's go and like celebrate this real quick. Give me my motherfucking flowers. Also, I got Kandaki issue 1, award-winning, Glyph award-winning.
2023.
You see it, Jermael. You hear the greatness in the voice. Come on now, brother. Celebrate me.
Hey, yo,
What?
real quick fact too. Kandaki was a website release book that won an award. That wasn't on Kickstarter, wasn't on nothing, man. Straight website, John. Fire.
We just saying.
Fire.
But Sister Circle X #1, and also last but not least, live action Drafted Origins, which I am working on episodes 2 and 3 right now, and we will premiere next year, early 2024. So, and open with Open Gate Studios.
That's fire. That's fire. And you, Mr. Lessey, talk to him about your creations, man.
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna add a lot of fluff so I can sound important like Onaji. So, I've created Absolver 1, also Absolver 2.
Okay, all right.
I've done Absolver 1 through 3. I've accomplished. 4 is in production right now. 5 is in the middle of I'm writing it. I'm working on the ad story. I know a lot of people keep asking for the completion of that. That's just a story that's close to my heart, so I'm going to take my time on it. Outside of a shit ton of character creations and designs for myself and others in Konkret Comics. What else? We got that project that we're working on.
Top secret. Y'all ain't going.
Saying can't talk about it.
Wait a minute. Which one? One with me or one with him?
So now you got one with Onaji now.
You forgot about me too? You forgot
about
me? I was talking about the one we currently working on now.
I'm talking about.
Y'all talking about the solo joints y'all got. You know what I'm saying? With y'all 2 characters, and then it's another joint on the side of that. So
but
Jermael, you got stuff. I mean, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm also working on Brother Square. I'm not joking. I got to combat Sister Circle with Brother Square. What else? I influenced Kandaki. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I was the king of the death and the killing in Konkret Comics, and then here comes Onaji. So I influenced that. I've helped put together certain things with Akolyte in the background, on the side, consulting and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put it out there. Yo, Onaji and I got his dope ass book named Bloom. We need to drop this shit.
Since you brought that up, man, I want people to realize that look for Jermael to take on a prominent role in Konkret Comics with
first crossover book. Just saying.
It is. It is.
All you gotta do is pull the trigger, brother. And let's be clear. Also, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now because even though you don't give me mine, but I'm gonna give you your flowers on that. Most people don't survive past issues 1 and 2. You up to 3, so.
You know what? I appreciate it, and I did give you your flowers. I just said thanks to my brothers, I was able to survive my situation and be here today. So you owe me an apology, sir. Yeah, I said that early in the show. I got that out of the way so I can talk shit now. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh, I missed it.
That's we got quite a few things going on behind the scenes, working on a shit ton of stories. I just told myself I'm going to write and create, so whether I'm the one to produce them or somebody else want to take them off my hand, that's what I'm going to do. I'm doubling down on Absolver and his universe, so if all things goes well, I'm gonna be dropping like 20 books a month like Onaji, and I'm working on a couple podcasts. I know that sounds crazy by saying a couple, but I'm adamant about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I got going on.
Not to mention he was just named. He's the lead instructor for our internship program. So can we talk heavy here, bro, or not? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what I was allowed to say or not say. Last time
he may also be he's working on manga. He's doing a lot, y'all. He's one of the most vibrant creators, literal. Like he's creating a character every day, y'all. Every day it's a new pitch I'm getting called about. I'm like, Lord have mercy. He goes crazy, man. And keep your eyes out for there might be a new imprint dropping up under Konkret Comics 2024, man. Just keep in mind, and Mr. Lessey might have a big deal to do with that. So everybody on this thing is heavy right now, man. I mean, there's a lot of heavy talkers going on here. You also, Mr. Lessey, have been nominated for several glyphs as well. So, you know what I mean? You're a nominated author, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to keep up with you guys, and definitely Onaji. Like my goal is to catch Onaji. Hell or high water, I'm going to catch Onaji. I'm trying to, even if I gotta do stop motion, I'm going to have my own TV show, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna do something.
Mr. Rouse is wild, and I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what I'm saying? If I gotta draw a stick figure cartoon on my iPad, I will have I'll have my own show like Onaji. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely dig that, man. That's fire. But I definitely want y'all, as people are watching Konkret Approved, they will be seeing you guys back for y'all solo interviews as well, which will be in season 1. Which is gonna
You're not gonna talk about what you doing? I mean,
oh yeah. Hey, listen, man. I was letting y'all shine, man.
I mean, trust me, we're gonna shine regardless. But
oh my god,
this is what you're here for. Tell us, Mr. Derek Lonzo Starr Allen.
Derek Lonzo Starr Allen with it. So,
CEO of Konkret, like nobody asked for all of that.
Right. See, this is why I don't talk. You know what I'm saying? No. So I am. I have 5 issues of Akolyte currently out. Number 6 is on the way. Like Onaji said, some people don't make it past that first issue, man. So that the fact that we up in multiple issues right now and multiple titles between the 3 of us alone, that's a crazy thing right there, man. I just dropped Zoriel on Halloween for the Patreon backers, so now I'm trying to hawk down Onaji with the multiple titles thing as well. Yeah, he got 3. I got 2 now. I'm about to drop 5 like tomorrow. But yeah, man, we out here, bro, going crazy, just trying to create a bunch of mini me's that can continue this legacy and build Konkret to the moon, man, and just continue with the mission. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Wow,
that was the most evilest laugh I've ever heard.
I know, right? So I got one more question for y'all, man, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. Mr. Rouse, what is your mission?
My mission, your mission starts small, but then at the end of the day, it grows when you fully get into like your aligning with your path. And my mission is to eventually sow into others as others sow into me. And that could be by like getting to a place where I'm able to hire other people and also still, lead that charge on being a voice to my communities in some way, shape, or form.
That's fire. That's fire, bro. Mr. Lessey, same question to you, man.
Well, my answer is respectfully the same as Onaji's and as yours. I mean, that's why we all did this. Again, that's one of the biggest reasons why it was easy for me to team up with Lonzo and then bring Onaji on board, because we all wanted to live our dream and help other people live theirs. So I'm not going to say the mission is accomplished. I'm trying to say we're in the middle of the mission right now, and we're just trying to get it done. But ultimately, I like to tell people, success is very subjective. Think of all the things Onaji's accomplished. You about to drop issue 6. I'm about to drop issue 5. Issue 4. You got a shit ton of people that want to be basketball players or whatever they want to be in life and may never accomplish it. We've created comic books and people around the world are reading them. Like, you cannot take that away. So, I'm in the middle of the mission. The next step is, like I said, growing and allowing people to have an opportunity where they can do the exact same thing. Marvel not gonna take you, DC not gonna take you. All right, Konkret got you. It is what it is. We got you.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, we got you. Let's go. So, and that's I'm hoping, and I see it every day. We're getting closer and closer to that. We iron out a lot of kinks in the shit, but we're getting there. Just put people on. So
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man, for sure. I would say my mission is for one, I want to be a beacon for Black and brown creators to look at us as like, yo, they did it, they built their own, and they're one of the top publishers in the world, and they ain't need nobody. They just did what they wanted to do, and they are. And outside of that, I want to create the greatest, one of the greatest comic book universes ever seen, and then that is POC led characters as well. I don't think there's anything out there like that that's going to rival what we're building right now. And to continue with the independence of creators, like we're a home to independent creators, you know what I'm saying, that are helping build one unified universe, which is fire. I don't think no one's ever done that. So my goal is to see this get to levels that I can't even really fathom right now, but I know it's going to be there long after, I check out, we all check out, old age, transitioning or whatever. I want this thing to still be like 100 years later. They're like, yo, Konkret is one of them. Like, you know what I mean? That's where I want this comic book universe to be. And then just to not only reach into the comics, to really reach into this media itself, man. Podcast, television, animation, video games. Like, I want us to be there with it, to just be everything that we have been speaking for that we didn't have when we were children. I want to fill that void in every space possible and be that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's my mission. That's the mission, y'all. And with that, we wrapping up with this right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Top three. Top three is a little game that I like to play that I want to ask you guys. And it's going to be on the spot. You guys are going to have to ask these questions. And because I don't like the faces that Onaji's making, I'm going to start with him first.
I don't know what you mean when you say top three. You gotta give me a category.
You're gonna be naming your. Well, I'm gonna give you the category. You're just gonna have to name your top three favorite.
Oh my
God. Yeah. I will ask you this one, Mr. Rouse. Who are your top three big sisters in sitcom?
Big sisters in sitcoms. Okay. Denise Huxtable. Let me see. Big sister. Big sister. Go to another black one. Some of them only have one child.
I don't remember the names. That's crazy. Jesus.
There's a few of them out there, man.
Yeah, but they weren't like good shows. Like, let's be clear.
Hillary.
I could say Laura Winslow was a big sister, but they wrote Judy Winslow off like it was nothing. So
they did write her off. I remember a little sister, bro, and then I don't at the same time.
So maybe the young girl from My Brother and Me. She's another one that comes to my mind from that show. Let me see. So Denise Huxtable. I don't like the young girl from Black and White.
That's so Raven.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, good. That's so Raven. Raven Baxter. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Same question to you, Mr. Lessey.
Oh hell no.
Big sisters, man. Come on.
I'm going with That's So Raven one. Shit, I don't care. Sitcom. Sisters.
Would they be considered big sisters though?
Huh?
Would they be considered?
They had a little brother.
Did they?
No.
Yeah.
In real life, yeah, but not like
not in the show.
No.
Am I tripping?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no, he had his own show.
Yeah.
So whatever that show was, that sister. What's her name?
No one know her name.
Come on, you know that show.
I don't even think she's prominent, bro. Come on, man. Stop it.
Come on, bro. Yes, she is, dog.
Stop
Don't take this away from me, man. Don't take it away from me. I only know what's
now, your top sisters don't have to be of our cloth either. They can be any show that you want to name, bro.
Bro, I don't know much shows, bro.
I'm surprised ain't none of y'all said Hillary Banks, man. Come on,
because she was not a good big sister.
Yeah, you said top big.
I just say your favorites.
She's not a favorite.
Okay, say less.
She sucked.
All right.
Yeah, Hillary Banks. That's my three. Hillary Banks, Raven, and shit. I don't know. I don't have a third.
You ain't got a third? Come on,
Nah,
bro.
I didn't watch much sitcoms.
Okay. Mr.
really
Rouse,
didn't.
back on you now, man.
Huh?
Mr. Rouse, top 3 cartoon fathers.
Why they gotta be cartoons? Damn it. So cartoon dads, probably Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
All right.
Stan Smith from American Dad. And let me see. The third one I have to go to. Oh my God, Omni-Man.
Oh my gosh. Yo, who wildin'? Yo, who wildin' now?
Hey, all he had to do was submit.
Mr. Lessey, I'm counting on you, man. I know that you versed in this world, man. I'm versed in this world. Come on, man. Talk to me.
Bruce Wayne.
What?
Damien is his son.
He didn't know that.
He knew that. What are you talking about?
He didn't know that for a minute.
I'm moving on. Dr. Light, Mega Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wealthy. All right.
One more. Wow. Static Shock's father. Then shit.
Static Shock Pop.
Virgil's dad. Virgil's dad.
First of all, I expected more from you, man. Okay. I expected you to say like Vegeta or something, man. You know what I'm saying? I expected you to get clothy with me, bro. Come on, man.
Nah, bro. I'm sorry I disappointed you, dog. Sorry I disappointed you.
Mr.
Come on, bro. Nobody was thinking about Dr. Light. And Omni-Man was a good one, bro. Like, respect.
Dr. Light was fire. Omni-Man was definitely surprised. I didn't think Onaji was gonna say that one at all. All right, let's see. I got another one for you, Mr. Rouse. Another top 3 for you, man. Let's see. I just had it in my head. She made me forget it. What was it? Okay, Mr. Rouse. Top 3 vehicles in film. And this could be spaceships, could be cars, could be whatever. Top 3 vehicles.
I don't know.
Yo, not Kit.
First of all, it's not your turn. Mr. Lessey, it's not your turn.
Man, come on, he gonna take all the good shit.
Okay, Christina from the Stephen King.
Jesus Christ.
Christine. Let me see. Kit from Knight Rider.
Brody. No, I said it could be spaceships too, Mr. Lessey. So come on now. I mean, not just cars.
Let me see. I'm gonna go with the Scooby van, the mystery van.
That was an interesting take. I like that one, Mr. Lessey. It's on you.
The Ghostbusters vehicle.
Okay, clothy.
The first and original Ninja Turtles van.
Actually, I was like, it was an April O'Neil's van originally.
They took it over, the Turtles van. And You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna pick one. Michael Keaton's Batmobile. I love that car.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say that first.
Yeah, I was thinking that his Jones was gonna be all Batman cars, like 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Because Keaton's Jones was fire. That Jones was definitely fire.
Actually, I like that motorcycle he had in Dark Knight.
Yeah, that motorcycle was fire. I was a big fan of the Mr. T van. You know what I'm saying? I like that van a lot.
Boo.
All right. So my last question then for y'all, man. This is going to be another one in film, and we're gonna start with Lessey this time because I'm not supposed to be the film guy. You know what I'm saying? So we start with you, Mr. Lessey.
You know I'm not a film guy. Let's go.
What is what is your what is your top three big dinner scenes where like the whole family was around and the food looked immaculate? Top three.
Soul Food.
Easy. Come on, man.
Yeah, of course, easy. Jesus, really?
Yeah, you got to think on it, man. There was plenty of scenes, but I'll give you,
But
there
who thinks about that shit when it like?
there was a glorious joint on there was a glorious joint on Home Alone, had a crazy little dinner scene. You know what I'm saying? The food looked crazy.
No, it didn't.
There's one that I will say, but I don't want to give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, that Alice in Wonderland joint. She's got that table.
Talk heavy. Come on now.
One more. Soul Food, Alice in Wonderland. God damn, bro. What kind of question is this, dog? That's crazy.
You got to think on it, man.
Shit.
Come on, King.
I don't know, bro. Any random Christmas movie, dog. Got me bent. Like I'm done. That's my answer. Any random Christmas movie. You can ask me no cool shit, like, bro. Like, come on, dog.
We need a do-over.
Man.
Huh?
We need a do-over.
Rouse. Come on, I need three, man. Come on.
Oh my God! Any black Christmas movie, first of all.
Facts.
Facts.
Okay.
The scene with Harry Potter, they're always in the
There we go.
during the holidays. Because their food, like, they got like magic and stuff along with their food. So let me see another scene where the food looks great. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I've seen something. I was just like, damn, this shit look good.
Right, me too. I just can't think of a movie right now. That's crazy.
No, it's true.
Maybe it's a horror film.
If y'all remember that scene on Peter Pan, man, that food looked crazy.
Bro, why was I thinking about Peter Pan, bro? And I didn't say it. You're right.
Food looked crazy on that scene, man. Had everything you could imagine.
I never watched Peter Pan.
Oh, nah. There was a scene on Peter Pan where they had to imagine food. So they imagined all this food at the table. And it was everything that you could ever imagine. Everything.
You hungry ass. You better go get something to eat.
Bro, I am kind of hungry. I ain't going to hold you.
I already ate before I jumped on like Jermael, so I'm good.
Not me. Nah, I'm starving. Which is why you always hear me eating on game chat, because this is when I eat. I'm saying.
So I'm trying to remember. There's a scene where there's like a bunch of cakes and stuff, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Like,
I think you know what y'all got to think about some of them childhood movies, man.
I was thinking of the movie Witches.
Childhood, yeah. I think childhood movies usually had them scenes, them glorious ass dinner joints. Obviously, the Christmas movies always have them, but there's certain childhood movies where they got it in. I think Blank Check, my man, was getting it in too. If I can remember that one. Damn, I like that I stumped y'all on that one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
I ain't gonna hold you, but I forgot who I asked. They had to answer the question. Name your top 3 anime meals, like dishes that you've seen served in anime, and they obviously went in. It was like quick. It was like, oh, I said, damn, I couldn't name none of that. So,
did they have a life?
They heavily immersed in the manga world, man. Heavily versed in it. They naming things in a Japanese names and everything. Said okay. I know, but nah, y'all. This was dope. this was definitely fire. This first episode, Konkret Approved, had to do it with the brothers, had to do it with the family, with the squad, with the team. This was fire. You guys will definitely be back for y'all own solo interviews, and y'all gonna be doing some hosting as well, too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we already got Onaji did one with Tosh from Midnight Comics, so y'all gonna be seeing. I think that's episode 3, I believe. So that's fire. And Mr. Lessey got some Jones popping up too. But I got some good guests, man, that I think that you're gonna be hyped to interview, man. So it's gonna be fire. Konkret Approved is here to stay. We're here to do a lot. Season 1 is gonna be glorious. Season 2 is gonna be even better. And season 3, I think season 3 we're gonna make it to 30 episodes, which will be fire. So yeah, man. Once again, I really appreciate y'all fellas though, man. For sure.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Y'all got any last words? Y'all want to do any last shout outs about y'all books, anything?
Yeah, go buy them. At www.concretcomics.com. You can buy the collections of Odina, Absolver, Akolyte, all the rest of them.
All the rest of them hoes?
All right.
Vibes, man. It's your boy Lonzo Starr. That's Onaji Rouse, Mr. Jermael Lessey. And we about this joint. You dig that?